My name is Sunita. I am a woman jailer in Mumbai jail. Why is pure ghee given to the female convicts in a dark room every night? This is a disturbing question. You will get goosebumps knowing this secret. A horrifying incident from Mumbai jail. It was a scary night when suddenly there was a knock on the door of our house. All the family members had gone out of town for a wedding, and I could not go because my annual exams were going on. Mother had told the maid to stay with me for 2-3 days, but suddenly, in the evening, the maid's children fell ill, and the poor lady had to leave. I had closed the doors and windows properly and slept comfortably. When suddenly there was a knock on the door, I woke up and got up in panic, and I thought, who would come at this time of the night? I was scared at first that who had come at this time of the night. Someone's voice came from outside. Please open the door. I need help very much. I'm injured. Please open the door. Anyway, these days the situation in the city was very bad. I started thinking whether to open the door or not. This time again, a woman's voice came. Please open the door or else they will take my life. I could not see anyone in trouble, so I decided to open the door. Who knows, someone might need my help. When I opened the door, a woman was standing outside and seeing me, she quickly came inside and closed the door. When I looked at her carefully, she was a beautiful young girl of about 30 years. At that time, the poor girl was looking very troubled in the devastated conditions. Her condition was very serious. Her seriousness was hiding her beauty. There was blood on her forehead. She was very badly injured. I was just looking at her when suddenly the police siren started ringing. I was shocked to see her, and I felt something wrong, as if I had done something wrong. She started saying, "Hide me somewhere. The police is after me. Please help me." I started thinking. I regretted a lot that I should not have given her a place in my house, nor should I have helped her. If the police raided, I would also go to jail with her. The sound of the siren was slowly coming closer. My mind had stopped working completely. I was not able to understand what to do. She herself ran inside the house. When I regained consciousness, I also ran after her. She said that in a short while, the police will start searching the houses. Tell me a place where I can hide. I asked her with fear, "Who are you? And why is the police after you?" She said, "For God's sake, hide me anywhere right now. I will answer all your questions. I swear that I have not come with the intention of harming you, and neither will I. Trust me." At that very moment, an announcement was made through the speaker from outside that a dangerous female prisoner has escaped from the jail. If anyone has given her shelter, then they should themselves take her out. Otherwise, the police will start searching in a short while. She said, "Look, hide me quickly. Otherwise, you will also get into trouble along with me." Listening to her, I quickly took her to the roof near the water tank. I said, "Wherever you hide, the police will find you. Therefore, the only solution to save your life is that you jump inside that water tank." The water was getting cold, but on hearing my advice, that woman looked at me as if I had lost my mind. I was advising her to jump into such cold water. I felt as if she would tell me that it is better to surrender myself to the police than to jump into such cold water. But the next moment, she lifted the lid and jumped into the tank. I closed the lid of the tank and went downstairs. After 2 minutes, there was a knock on my door. When I opened the door, there were 2 women police officers and many men and some policemen standing in front of me. They entered as soon as I opened the door. They started searching my house, and the woman police officer started asking me questions. "Have you seen anyone or given anyone a place in your house?" I said, "I have just woken up from sleep, and I don't know who you are looking for." The policeman came up to the roof after searching from below, and my life was saved. I was worried that they might find out where the woman was, but I was sure that they would not pay attention to the water tank. My guess was absolutely correct, and it proved to be true. They came down empty-handed. The first one said, "Madame Ji, she is not even in this house. I think she has left this area." While talking, they all left the house, and I breathed a sigh of relief. From their conversation, I came to know that they had reached here searching for this woman from Mumbai jail. Within a few minutes of the police leaving, I quickly went upstairs and removed the lid of the tank and took her out. She was shivering due to the cold water. If I had not gone there for 10 more minutes, I would have probably found her dead. I brought her down, and made her sit near the heater. I gave her my clothes, and she regained consciousness. After changing my clothes, she took a quilt and sat near the heater. I thought that if I am helping her now, I should also bring some food and water. I made tea for the poor girl and brought her the hot food. I don't know why I couldn't feel that she was a criminal by looking at her face. After a while, her condition had improved. Now, I started talking to her and said, "Looking at you, it doesn't seem that you're a criminal, but why is the police after you? And you are saying that a female criminal has escaped from Mumbai jail, so are you really a criminal?" Hearing my question, she took a deep breath and said, "Your guess is absolutely correct. I am not a prisoner of Mumbai jail, but the jailer there." I said, "What?" Hearing that she is the jailer of Mumbai jail, I was shocked. "But why is the police after a jailer?" I asked. "Being a jailer, why are you running like a criminal?" She said, "It is a very long story. What will you do after hearing it?" I said, "Look, I have given you a place in my house and helped you. Now you have to tell me your story. I am asking you all this because I have also applied for the post of jailer in a jail in Mumbai. So after listening to your story, I will get to know what the situation is like there." She said, "Okay, if you are interested in knowing this much, then listen. My name is Khushbu, and I belong to a very good and respectable family. We are 2 sisters and 2 brothers. My father was a constable in a police station in Mumbai. Since childhood, my father taught us the lesson of truth and honesty, and explained to us that we should always be faithful to our work, no matter how trivial the work is, and whether we get a small or big position, never trade our integrity. My father was a true and honest constable. During his entire life in service, he never considered it right to take a bribe of even a rupee. My father's friends built their houses and started living a good life, but we were barely able to survive due to poverty. I was my father's most beloved daughter. So often, fed up with the situation at home, I used to tell him that, "Father, you should see the people with you, how much they have progressed. Learn something from them. They have all kinds of luxuries in their houses. Every day, delicious dishes are prepared at their homes, and at our place, the same dry food is served. We are not able to prepare good dishes even on Diwali. We don't even get to see anything good. Forget about food, their children are so good. They study in school and college. We go to government schools. Later, we will get the same kind of job, like a small clerk." Father laughs and says, "Queen daughter, don't worry. You have a big and high-ranking job in your destiny." I jokingly say, "Why, Father? Will I become the jailer of Mumbai jail?" Father says, "What is so surprising in this? If you pass all the exams with good marks, you will become one." And I laugh and say, "Father, what era are you living in? I will get a job only if I get a recommendation. Otherwise, our circumstances are not such that we can get a job by paying money." Father angrily said, "Neither bribe nor recommendation. Never even think of leaning towards these 2 things in life." My father was in such a condition that he could even give his life for honesty and duty. My sister started teaching in school, and my elder brother took my father's place after his retirement. I had made it my goal to become the jailer of Mumbai jail, and for this, I started preparing for the test with all my heart and soul, and also gave the test. I was hopeful that if my intentions were good, then my request would also be heard, and that is what happened. I got selected as the jailer of Mumbai. That day was the most beautiful day of my life. All my dreams were fulfilled. I was very happy, as if I had got the most beautiful happiness of life. My dream had come true. Father only said on this occasion that you will face many types of problems in the jail. Just take care to carry out your duty honestly. I took up my duty. Mumbai jail was a big jail, and a large number of women were imprisoned there. Those were the very beginning days, and I was feeling very good, as if I had a power inside me, which I had. When I saluted there, my chest would swell with pride. Khushbu became silent after telling the story till here. I was disturbed by her stopping silently. I was so lost in her story that I felt as if all this was happening in front of me. I said anxiously, "Khushbu, what happened next? Tell me further." She took a breath and started again. Then I felt relieved. The women were imprisoned there according to their crime. The jail doors are opened every morning at 6 a.m. After that, the women have breakfast, And after that, they are made to start work. Some women used to grind flour, some used to do sewing, and the young girls were educated so that when they come out from there, they become something. The sun would set in the evening, and when night would come, they would be given food and sent back to the jail. In the beginning, I had no idea of who all were in groups here, but gradually I started to know which woman had befriended whom and why. A jail is much more terrifying than what is shown in films. Women who were caught as a result of very dangerous crimes were kept in a separate cell. I was not very interested in doing my work. It seemed as if these people were already not used to working, but I used to come home after learning the lesson of honesty from my father every day. So not only did I work myself, but also made my colleagues run a lot. I became very famous among the women due to my soft-heartedness, due to which all the women there started liking me a lot and were very happy with me. The women used to tell me that the jailer who was there before me did not do any work. She just kept showing off and used to beat up anyone she wanted without any reason. I had told all the police personnel that no one will raise a hand on any woman, and if anyone does so, no one will be worse off than me. One day when I went on rounds, a woman told me while crying that the lady constable had slapped her today without any reason. I was very angry on hearing this, that who taught her to take undue advantage of her power. I made her surrender for a week. Because of me, the atmosphere of the jail started improving. I started teaching women different types of jobs. People there were very happy with my duty, and I was awarded a medal for my good work in the first year itself. My work was appreciated a lot there, and I was praised a lot. During this time, a proposal came for me from a top officer, Anish, whom my family chose for me, and I got married. My husband had the same thoughts as my father, so I was very happy in my life. Duty and home were going very well. Everything was going well. But it is said that a person faces trials only when he gets lost in a life of too much pleasure. My fate also did not like my peace. During those days, boxes filled with desi ghee started coming inside the jail from outside. Initially, I did not pay much attention, as relatives often send such things. But when boxes of desi ghee started coming and going to the jail every day, I was shocked. I could not digest this fact that what was happening. My heart and mind were telling me that something is definitely wrong. I thought that I will have to find out who gets the boxes of desi ghee every day, who orders it. A good jailer is one who has spies from among the prisoners so that he can get news every moment. I too had asked the same woman to spy for me, for whom I had surrendered to the lady constable for a week. Due to this attitude of mine, she became loyal to me, and on my request, she kept informing me about what was happening inside the jail. So one day, I got all the boxes of desi ghee opened and thoroughly searched them. There was only desi ghee in those boxes. I called the woman who used to give me all the information. I told her, find out, and tell me for whom these boxes of desi ghee come, and who uses them and why. Give me a complete report within 2 days. My duty was mostly during the day, and at night another jailer used to come on duty. During the day, no one had the courage to do something in my presence. But what happens here at night? I could not guarantee this, so I put a detective on duty. I interrupted and asked, Khushbu, did you get suspicious because of the boxes of desi ghee? On my question, Jailer Khushbu nodded and said, yes. Every day, many boxes of pure ghee were sent inside the jail, and this was not a normal thing for me. My intuition was repeatedly telling me that something is happening, which is hidden from my eyes. I was also stunned to hear the news that my spy told me in sensational words. He said that desi ghee is given to some special women in a dark room every night. The night shift workers. The jailer and the entire staff know this, and a few people from your office are also involved. I got confused as to why desi ghee is given to women in a dark room. What does this mean? I asked my spy to tell me the names of these women who go to the dark room every day and eat pure ghee. I was shocked to see the women whose names the spy told me. Those women were not so healthy earlier. They were thin and slim, but now when I saw them, they looked quite healthy. The spy whispered in my ear, Madam G, all this is due to this pure ghee. This was not such a simple thing that I could ignore it. I realized that I should get to the bottom of this matter. I decided to do my duty in the night shift for a few days. I saw that the news of my night shift had struck like a bolt of lightning in the hearts of many people. I completed my sleep at home during the day so that I could stay awake at night. At 9 p.m., I saw a lady constable stealthily going somewhere. I thought I should follow her, and I slowly started following her to see where she was going. What I saw made me alert because in a dark room, she was giving pure ghee to the female prisoners. The first shocking thing was that what was the need to eat pure ghee at this time of the night? And the shocking thing was that what was the point of going to the last dark room of the jail? I saw this routine for 2-3 days, but apart from this, no other shocking thing could come to my mind. I could not give them a chance to die by asking anything, so I was quietly watching everything, thinking that someday that opportunity would come when some more evidence would be found. And finally, one day the evidence was found. That day, it was 11 p.m. I rested my head on the table and deliberately closed my eyes so that if someone sees, they would think that I am sleeping. Only a little time had passed when someone came to my office. I recognized from the sound that it was a lady constable. She went out after seeing me sleeping. She started telling someone that it seems the sleeping pills given to Madam have worked. Madam is sleeping. Only a few hours are left, so go and tell these women to finish their work quickly. After a while, both of them left from there. I wondered what was happening in the jail. I had no idea about it, and everything was happening right under my nose. Their conversation made me think that whatever was happening in this dark room. Then I tried to get up, so that I could go and see what was happening there. As soon as I got up, my head started spinning. I felt dizzy. It seemed that the sleeping pills that were mixed in my tea had started working. I slept there, until morning I did not know where I was. When I woke up in the morning, my head was heavy, so I went home. Before going home, I went towards the cell of these women so that I could find out something about them. But everything seemed fine there, so I came back home. After coming home, I kept wondering who was the other person with this constable, with whom she was talking. After that, when we were going for duty again at night, I had decided what to do. I will be offered tea like yesterday, but today I did not drink it. I poured it in the wash basin nearby and kept the empty cup and closed my eyes. After a while, when she came to take the cup, she saw me sleeping and went out in a relaxed manner. After a while, I also came out. It was 11 o'clock at night. The lights were off everywhere in the jail. There was darkness all around. I quietly moved towards the dark room where those women used to live, who used to eat pure ghee every day, but today there was no darkness in that room. Someone had turned on the torch of the mobile. I immediately shouted at them and screamed that, "What is all this happening?" I could not believe the scene that was in front of me. My staff is involved in such a disgusting conspiracy. Those women were digging a tunnel. They had dug a good tunnel. I don't know for how many weeks or months they were doing this work. Those women were brought to jail for murder, and the court sentenced both of them to life imprisonment. Both of them were digging a tunnel to escape from here, and my entire office was also involved in this work. The lady constable was left breathless on seeing me in front of her. Her mobile fell down from her hand, whose torch she had switched on and was standing on their heads. She used to eat pure ghee to dig the tunnel, because digging a tunnel is not easy and it requires a lot of strength. She used to spend 3-4 hours every day digging the tunnel after eating pure ghee. I had understood everything while standing there, and the whole story was in front of my eyes, and I had understood everything. I asked the lady constable, "Who else is involved with you?" "Yesterday, I heard you talking to someone." "Who was that person?" She was very nervous. She did not tell me anything even after I asked her repeatedly. So I said, "Okay, I will talk to the High Commission. You will know when you are fired from the job." She got very scared after listening to me and said, "Please don't call anyone." I had just picked up the phone when someone hit me on the head very hard and I fell unconscious. When I regained consciousness, I saw that I was locked in a room in the jail. I remembered that I was about to call and inform when someone hit me on the head. It could have been no one else but the lady constable. She must have hit me on the head, fearing that her secret would be revealed. When I regained consciousness, I saw that she was not alone. The companion who was trying to help her was present with her at that time, but seeing her companion, I was shocked. I could not believe that she could be there. She was the night shift jailer. I thought that she was a careless girl, but she would turn out to be so mean that she would do illegal things wearing the uniform of law. Then these two women together imprisoned me. Both of them were together. With the help of these two, the female prisoners were digging a tunnel, and in return for this help, a lot of money was given to the constable there. Such illegal things were done out of greed for money. Later, I came to know that the matter had become even more serious. The pure ghee that was checked inside the jail had special steroids included in it, which made a person addicted to it on daily use. This pure ghee was sold secretly inside. This was not any ordinary pure ghee. All this work was done very secretly at night in the presence of this jailer. This jailer told me all this herself. She confessed all her crimes in front of me, but she did not know that I had already installed a camera in the office where she had imprisoned me, which was recording everything. Whenever I had to make someone confess his crime, I used to take him to this room, and his statement was recorded in this camera, which later used to be used as a proof. She officially posted a leave letter to the court on my behalf, so that my disappearance would not be noticed by anyone. After this, she prepared a report based on my identity and sent it to the court in which serious allegations were made against me. The intention was to eliminate me. Today evening, as soon as she came to my room with food for me, I overpowered her and escaped from there, and since then, she is after me so that she can catch me. This was my whole story, which you were so anxious to hear. I asked Khushbu hesitantly, even after hearing the whole story. But how will you prove your innocence now? Jailer Khushbu said that I just have to somehow get hold of that secret camera in which all the conversations are recorded, but I am thinking that now my going there is not free from danger. I cannot go anywhere until I prove my innocence. I have to get that camera somehow. I said, I can help you. Khushbu started looking at me in surprise. I have applied for the post of jailer. I think you have been fired from the job too. That is why an advertisement was given in the newspaper for the second jailer. I have applied, and now I have to give the test. If I get selected, then I will prove your innocence myself. I told the jailer Khushbu that all my family members have gone to Rishikesh for a wedding. You can stay here as long as you want. But the next day, she called her husband and left with him. I felt very sad for this poor lady after knowing this whole story. Khushbu was an honest jailer. I gave the paper the next day and started requesting that I be appointed as the jailer. My purpose was to prove Khushbu's innocence, and for this purpose, it was necessary that I go inside the Mumbai jail, and this was possible only in the capacity of a jailer, which perhaps only I could do. My request bore fruit. I was selected. All the preparations for the interview were done by Khushbu, due to which I was successful. On the very first day of going there, I saw who were those women who were digging tunnels and digesting desi ghee. Seeing these women, I realized that their work was still going on. I quietly wrote a letter to the senior officials and told them that tunnels are being dug in the jail, and the night duty jailer and lady constable are responsible for this. Along with this, I also sent the camera as proof, which I had found at the exact place Khushbu had told me about. At exactly 11 p.m., the jail cell where the tunnel was being dug was raided, and those women were caught red-handed digging the tunnel. The lady constable and the night duty jailer were arrested, and they were given the harshest punishment. I did all this on the second day of my duty because my only intention was to bring out the truth. Jailer Khushbu's innocence was proved, and she was given her post again. The post of night duty jailer of Mumbai jail was given to Jailer Khushbu, and the day duty was given to me. Jailer Khushbu thanked me a lot and told me that I am very grateful to you for helping me a lot, and now I have become very good friends with Jailer Khushbu. Both of us together made the environment of the jail very good like before, and everything started becoming good like before. Friends, I hope you liked our story. If you liked the story, then like the video. If you are new on the channel, then subscribe to the channel, and yes, definitely press the notification bell so that you get the next update first.